I see. You think this has nothing to do with you. You go to your closet and you select, I don't know, that lumpy blue sweater, for instance, because you're trying to tell the world that you take yourself too seriously to care about what you put on your back. But what you don't know is that that sweater is not just blue. It's not turquoise. It's not lapis. It's actually cerulean. And you're also blithely unaware of the fact that in 2002, Oscar de la Renta did a collection of cerulean gowns. And then I think it was Yves Saint Laurent, wasn't it, who showed cerulean military jackets. I think we need a jacket here. And then cerulean quickly showed up in the collections of 8 different designers. And then it filtered down through the department stores and then trickled on down into some tragic casual corner where you no doubt fished it out of some clearance bin. However, that blue represents millions of dollars and countless jobs. And it's sort of comical how you think that you've made a choice that exempts you from the fashion industry when in fact you're wearing a sweater that was selected for you by the people in this room from a pile of stuff.
What's up, Rearview crew? We are back with another review. And I took upon the liberty of myself to watch, for the first time ever, The Devil Wears Prada 1. All right, so the reason I watched this movie is because, as we all know, Devil Wears Prada 2 is out in theaters right now, and I have to go see a new movie every single week. But I didn't want to go see a movie that I had no idea what it was even about. So originally, I thought it was all about fashion design. Thought Anne Hathaway was going to be some fashion designer that was trying to come up in the world, maybe a model. Turns out she's just a journalist. And her being a journalist, she lives in New York City. She's looking for a big break. She's not finding anything in terms of journalism, but she does find an editorial magazine called The Runway that is ran by a woman named Miranda, who runs, who's played by Meryl Streep. And this is the first movie I've seen Meryl Streep in outside of Don't Look Up. I know everybody says like she's like the greatest actress ever, but seeing her in a role like this that was like so dominant, so like she was like almost like bitchy, she was mean and just like so like firm. It was amazing, man, because I'm like, damn, is that how she is in real life? Anytime an actress or an actor can convey their emotions and they can have these dialogues or even these monologues within themselves that, you know, make you second guess who they are as a person, they've done a phenomenal job in that role. And I think Meryl Streep did great. Watched a couple of interviews just on like TikTok and stuff afterwards to see kind of like how she was as a person. Nothing like that at all. Seems like a really sweet lady. And she's been in the game for a very long time. So seeing her finally like allows me to appreciate who she is as an artist. And with the movie in general, it's really good because you go through a roller coaster in life with Anne Hathaway's character, where her name is Andy Sachs. And so she is, when she gets the job, she doesn't give a fuck about fashion. She doesn't even know who Miranda is. She doesn't care about none of this stuff. Ironically enough, that's what seals her deal and gets her the job, because Miranda finally has a person who doesn't really care about what fashion is. She's just here to do the job. And she feels like everybody who I've went with has been just, they look at me as a goddess, like they love me. And she was like, and they've all been disappointments. So maybe if I go the opposite route and get somebody who doesn't give a fuck about this stuff, maybe this will pan out right. And you see so many instances, not only in Anne Hathaway, but also Meryl Streep. With Anne Hathaway, you see her begin to become exactly what she used to laugh at. Like, oh, this fashion stuff, you're spending $300,000 on these outfits that you'll only wear once, like, and you're spending all this money on makeup, like, just be yourself, yada, yada, yada. But you see her gradually change and develop into that same character. And the biggest point to me in this movie was when everyone around her was seeing that and coming at her, saying like, yo, you're changing, like this is what's going on, this, that, and the third, I don't like this, we don't have anything in common anymore, especially with her boyfriend. The guy who works for Miranda, I can't remember his name, but he states He's like, let me know when your world is crashing down, when your whole entire world is burning. That's when I know you're up for a promotion. Like that's typically how it works in this industry, because you have to sacrifice so much of yourself and so much time in order to get ahead that subconsciously you start pushing away everything else, even those who are most important to you. And it was a really good message in this movie to always hold what's important to you at the forefront, because your life wouldn't be what it is if you dismiss those things. Like, these people are the people who made you who you are. They're the people who actually love you. And I think as the movie went on and you started to see that change with Anne Hathaway's character, it was like, okay, so since we're here now, what am I gonna do to fix this? Like, I've dove so far in, I'm getting ahead, I'm hurting people, and I don't want to do this anymore. So what do I have to do? And I think in real life, just like in this movie, the best thing to do in those cases is to walk away. And walking away at like seeing it, I was like, oh shit, like that's a big leap of faith. She does that. She rekindles the relationship with her boyfriend. He's moving to Boston to be a sous chef. She's like, hey, I'll come with you. But she's got a job interview today. This job interview right across the street from the runway at this small little newspaper that she goes to work for. And the guy's like, hey, Miranda sent in a fax and I was impressed by your resume, but she said that you were the worst decision that she's ever made, the biggest disappointment, and that I would be a damn fool if I didn't hire you. And I was like, damn. So it just like having your morals in question and not being able to see from the outside looking in what you've become, but then analyzing yourself, self-analysis, and realizing, oh shit, like this isn't me. I gotta be true to myself. And that paying off is just, it's great. That's cinema right there, man. That's life. Anytime you watch a movie, you sit there and you try to associate different moments and different quotes with your life. And when a movie does that, you have to say it's a good movie, especially if it's presented as flawlessly as this one. I would definitely give this around like an 80, 85. Really good watch. Something I never expected to watch. The Devil Wears Prada. Who the fuck gives a fuck about that? I actually like this shit. It was a really good movie, entertaining, funny as hell, and the acting, like the depth, was just amazing, man. I've always loved Anne Hathaway since Princess Diaries. I used to watch that when I was a kid, and she was fucking Catwoman. That's fucking amazing. And just seeing her in this is like, all right, she can really act, man. And Meryl Streep is a dog. I'm very happy. I gotta start watching some movies with her just to see, you know, how she, like, her range, because she was really good in this movie, man. But have y'all already seen Devil Wears a New Dress? I mean, Devil Wears a New Dress. The Devil Wears Prada 2. If y'all have, man, give me some ratings in the comment section. Let me know what you guys thought. I'm gonna go see it tomorrow. I'm gonna bring a review back as always tomorrow as well. But tonight, man, got basketball, got the live stream, so I'm gonna let y'all have the rest of y'all Saturday. But until next time, like always, we are going to leave this one in the rearview.